You see, there is a place called Fat City. Fat City is where winners live. Most people who get to Fat City have come from a place called rock bottom. No one ever has moved there straight from complacency. That's where the norms live. To get there, you go halfway up the hill and turn off. Most people who get to Fat City have come from a place called rock bottom. That's why you see the incredible determination in the Mexican boxers. That's why you see the mesmeric, dazzling skills of the Lionel Messis and the young South American footballers. That's why you see the incredible discipline of the young Gurkha soldier. That's why in every big marathon around the world, you see the sheer brilliance of the long-distance runners that come out of Kenya and Ethiopia. The truth be known, they all come from the same place. They come from rock bottom. They come from some of the poorest back streets on this planet. They don't just fancy success. They have to have success. So why all this madness? Why all these characters? Why all this terminology? Well, let me ask you all a question. And please, if I can see you at the back of the room, be dead honest with me. How many of you people in this room, when you left school, set out to do exactly the role that you've ended up doing now? If you did, put your hands up. I'm not being funny, but I can't see a single hand. And if I tell you in 100 conferences in 12 months, I haven't seen probably more than 20 hands go up in answer to that question. You see, most people don't end up doing what they originally set out to do. I didn't. But I somehow had to find a way of motivating myself and self-leading myself and leading people around me on a day-to-day basis. You see, I can understand people finding inspiration to climb mountains, to sail oceans, to trek to the North and South Pole. I hope I'm not sounding cynical, but I can see where the inspiration comes from. If we all had to be at the airport tomorrow morning and we're going on a polar expedition for 6 months, we'd be pretty buzzed up and excited about it. But what motivates the rest of us? What motivates everyday people in the real world to want to get out of bed, to climb their own mountains and their workplace and make a difference to other people's lives? What motivates a tea lady this morning, right now, starting a 9-hour shift in the NHS, working in a hospital on pittance money? What motivates that lady not only just to do her bit, but to just step beyond her job spec and put a few smiles on a few patients' faces? What motivates Eric on a forklift truck? What motivates him to want to bother putting pallets in exactly the right place? What motivates a PA? What motivates a secretary? What motivates someone in IT, someone in HR? What motivates someone in the brand team? What motivates someone in sales to really want to make that difference every single day? Snake ferrets, little warriors of doom, with insatiable appetites for other people's problems, dedicated to the downside, macheting their way through all things positive, just to find one little negative. Moan, 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 moan. Oh, I don't like Christmas, me, I can't stand snow. It turns to slush, you know. Yes, these people have a problem for every solution. They light up the room when they walk out. Tiny, noticeable things. These are the little tiny things that engage people. These are the things that create the magic. These are the things that make the difference. These are the things that inspire people, that please people, that wind people up. But the wonderful thing about them is they cost nothing. As an ex-police officer, when that radio goes and you've got to go to someone's house you've never met before and they deliver the world's worst news, and then you look them in the eyes and as best you can, you deliver your 2 sentences of news. Believe you me, this is pretty much, as some of you know, the initial reaction you can pretty much expect. It's pretty much this. Nothing. And the reason is, the news you just delivered is this big. It cannot for one moment begin to be taken in by these people. So why do I make this point incredibly aggressively? And I apologize. Because the more successful organizations become, the more they concentrate on big things to lead teams, to motivate people, big things to win customers over. Whereas most of the time they have little effect. Whereas TNTs go in there, they make an instant experience. And I wish some of the big hotel chains would realize the explosive power of them. I spend my life staying in hotels. I get a brochure come through, I think, wow, I'm staying there. I'm staying there in 4 weeks' time. Look at this place. It's got a swimming pool in reception. How good does it get? Center spread page is a warm, glowing face of a receptionist greeting people in reception. I'll be meeting her in a few weeks' time. Underneath her picture in big letters, so big I can read it without my glasses on, it clearly says, "We guarantee you the warmest welcome you've ever experienced." I get in my car, I struggle for 7 hours through the motorways. I arrive at this palatial oasis. I walk into reception, sure enough, there's the swimming pool. It's even got a springboard. The kids that love it. They spent millions on pink marble flooring. It's fantastic. Yes, they spent millions on pink marble flooring, but who have they employed behind reception? The warm, glowing face in my brochure? No! It must be a night off. Me and Mrs. Webster, 4 o'clock in the morning, snoring away in bed. Mum, Dad, wake up! Guess what? It's snowing! Do you know how they dragged us out of bed? They took us to the back of the house to show us it's snowing out the back. And then, you think I'm making this up, they took us to the front of the house. At exactly the same time, it was snowing out the front. We can contain our excitement. We had a cup of tea. My wife has X-ray eyes. She can see through carrier bags. Why? I don't know why. I just lost the will to live. Think on this. When's the last time any of you ever heard a young child turn around to you and say, it's going to rain later? It will never happen. And I absolutely guarantee all of you, when you get into bed, all you'll hear from this side of the bed is, thank you very much, thank you. Yeah, thank you.